For months, the world held its breath. Diplomacy was collapsing, and the promise of peace in our time was exposed as a lie. On August 23, 1939, Hitler and Stalin signed the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, a secret agreement that would seal Poland's fate. This is the story of how one nation was erased in weeks, and how the war machine then turned west to crush the neutral Low Countries in a lightning campaign that reshaped Europe. September 1st, 1939. The war begins with a lie. Hitler stages a false flag attack at a border radio station to justify an all-out response. At 4:45 a.m., the battleship Schleswig-Holstein opens fire on Westerplatte. This is the birth of Blitzkrieg, 1.5 million men and 2,000 tanks driving into Poland, backed by overwhelming air power. Poland fights fiercely, especially at the Battle of Bzura, but its forces are stretched thin, trying to defend an entire frontier. Their fate is sealed on September 17th, when the Soviet Red Army invades from the east, fulfilling Stalin's side of the pact. Caught in a giant vice, organized resistance collapses. By October 6th, Poland is partitioned between two dictators. In the west, the guns fall silent. The phony war begins. May 10th, 1940. The silence is shattered. Hitler launches Case Yellow. Luxembourg falls within hours, a mere speed bump for the German advance. In the Netherlands, the Germans attempt something new, the first large-scale airborne assault in history. Thousands of Fallschirmjäger drop to seize key bridges and airfields before the Dutch can destroy them. The Dutch fight back harder than expected, particularly around The Hague. Frustrated, the Luftwaffe issues a brutal ultimatum. On May 14th, even as negotiations are underway, Rotterdam is bombed. In just 13 minutes, the city is devastated. To save other cities from the same fate, the Netherlands surrenders the next day. The Low Countries are now a staging ground for the final strike against France. As the Dutch fall, the Allies, Britain and France, rush north into Belgium. They take the bait. They believe the German advance through the Belgian plains is the main attack. It isn't. It's a diversion. Belgium's defense centers on Fort Eben-Emael, the most modern fortress in Europe. But German paratroopers land gliders directly onto its roof, using shaped charges to disable its guns within hours. At the same time, the first major tank battles of the war erupt at Hanut. But the real disaster is unfolding further south. 7 panzer divisions are moving through the Ardennes Forest, a region the Allies had dismissed as impenetrable. By the time the Allies understand what's happening, it's already too late. German forces break through at Sedan and race toward the Channel coast. The Belgian army fights a desperate rearguard action, but by May 28th, King Leopold III surrenders. The Allies are cut off, their backs to the sea at a small port called Dunkirk. In just a few months, the map of Europe has been redrawn by force. Poland, the Netherlands, Belgium, and Luxembourg are all under German control. The Allied strategy lies in ruins, and the road to Paris is wide open. The world holds its breath. The fall of France is next.